I was totally not ready, but okay. We are lighting this beeswax love candle that I just bought. Big Dipper wax works. So there's something going on in the stars. See the little star? And love. The Big Dipper. Maybe the Big Dipper is sending us some high vibing energy. But if you would like to tune into this frequency and this intention of calling in whatever information we need for our highest timeline to continue moving forward with grace, with compassion, with clarity and fun. A lot of fun, a lot of play, a lot of laughter. Yeah, so let's dive in. I've run into quite a few people today. This is timeless, so it doesn't matter. Whenever you're coming across this, it's fluid. Energy is fluid. So you're tapping into this energy right now. It's very high vibrational. It's very like anything is possible. But it's like you're knowing it. And if you're not experiencing this right now, it's coming to you. Okay? Sure. I just got this new lucid dreaming. I wish I would have bought it sooner, but I am very grateful that I have it now. There was a lot of intention put into this deck, and I can feel it. It's undeniable. It's not even like an opinion. It is like I can literally sit here and just rub on this book. It's so crazy. And I did it yesterday too when I first got it. So there's something about you really tuning into your sensory, your body. So you're getting into your body, and that's great. That's great, especially if you have been studying a lot of esoteric or spiritual knowledge. It can really jumble you up. I've been there. I'm still getting out of it a little bit. You know, it's more of a discipline and a self-restraint, because when I had my experience, maybe you had something similar, and it was like it was directly speaking to you through readings or videos, knowledge, documentaries, whatever it is. And that's great, but it kills our dopamine, our natural dopamine, our baseline. So then we have to go through this like pendulum swing of feeling really low and down and out in order to come back up. And I know yesterday for me, with the 3 retrograde planets going into retrograde, making the triangle, oh my God, I felt it. And I had to verbally communicate to my son, to myself, that it was a day to respect how I was feeling. There was no force. I was not pushing myself. I was feeling every bit of it, allowing it to come through, accepting it as it was, giving it validity. Is that the right word? To exist. Because when we shame, when we guilt, no matter what it is, whatever we resist will persist. It will just come up in a different form. Like, it hurts when I see people say, oh, I hate cancer, and I understand why they feel that way. I understand why they're saying it. But to those who understand, if you love the cancer, if you communicate to it, if you say, you're here for a reason, you're trying to signal and give me a message that I have not been listening to, and I will love and embrace you, and then watch that cancer disappear. But it can't be half-hearted, and it can't be ingenuine, and it takes work. It takes genuine work to change perspectives and perceptions, and everything is about perception and intention. Think about it. Whatever you perceive, how you perceive your world is how you feel, right? 4:20 on the timer. Maybe somebody is having a little break, having a little smoky smoke. Nothing wrong with that, as long as we don't just stay in it. Lifting off. 4:33. You're lifting off. You could also be doing astral projection or just becoming aware of your body. Yeah, dream yoga. Okay. somebody's really learning to get into their body. Even with this thing lifting off, by understanding the body, the subtle bodies, getting into your body, feeling every sensation. Even with yoga, you breathe into tense, uncomfortable areas, and it disintegrates, it melts. And we're going to read this because I have not read this card, and this is number 32. It's beautiful. It's like you're able to separate yourself, whether you're consciously aware of this or not. You're able to separate and like gather information and bring it back down. Now, I'm not going to read this entire card. I don't think, because it is this, it's not too long. I think it was the other one. It is still pretty long. You could be seeing flashes of strange lights and colors, feeling a vibration or a tingling in your body, sensing that you can't move your body anymore, feeling yourself fall back into your body. Ooh, I'm going to read a little bit of this, guys. But there are new abilities that are coming in, okay? Don't be scared. There is nothing to fear. But if you are practicing this, or there's nights where you're sensing your body, you're allowing your body to fall asleep, and you're keeping your consciousness aware and awake, and you're actually lifting yourself out of your body, you are traveling other places, and it's almost like you're finding a guide or a mentor to help you for this waking life, which is technically actually the dream life, but we won't go that deep. Disconnection, stop running away, becoming a mediator, unshakable confidence and leadership, absolutely. The dreamer floats above her sleeping body, lifting off into alternate dimensions. She is connected to her waking and dreaming bodies. This card depicts a dreamer consciously choosing to lift out of the sleeping body into an out-of-body experience, an OBE. Sometimes also called astral projection. Other cards, like the sleep paralysis and dream body cards, teach complementary ways to achieve an OBE and build up energy in your dream body. Now we will look at the intrinsic, oh my gosh, intricacies, it's CACIES, of sensing the signals of your dream body so that you know when you can choose to lift out of your sleeping body. We'll also discuss ways to ensure that you are actually in your dream body and not your waking body, and ways to stabilize and maintain the OBE state. So there is a very good practice for this, which is your hands. Memorizing like, I know you like the back of my hand. That's where that saying comes from, because when we study our hands, they can become a tool when we're traveling other dimensions. Simple example, in our waking life, I can flip back and forth, and I don't see my hand turning into worms or into spaghetti or into slime. So I know I'm here in the 3D right now, if that makes sense. You can make this a trigger or an indicator, a marker for yourself. So when you feel like you might be having an OBE experience, you can flip your hands back and forth. Are they different? Are they growing? Are they extending? What are they doing? Okay. Some have a negative reaction to, or a preconception about out-of-body experiences, probably linked to a traumatic or jarring experience in their past in which, against their will, they felt themselves becoming disassociated from their physical bodies. Rest assured that consciousness dream time OBEs are nothing like that. On the contrary, they return a high level of agency to you and your body. What was I saying? With the agency, what I'm getting is like information, mentor, guidance. You and your subconscious work in tandem, deciding how far you will go and what types of experiences you will have. The level of freedom and joy possible in these experiences is unparalleled. Furthermore, rather than taking you out of tune with your physical body, OBEs help you achieve a deeper level of understanding of the intricate sensations in your physical body. The first step is to identify the sensations that come when you are primed to lift out. Ooh. So identifying and labeling like what it feels like right before you're about to be lifted out of your sleeping body. This often happens spontaneously rather than through deliberate techniques. But there are also visualizations and relaxation methods you can use to try to reach a calm state and prepare to enter OBE. You can lie in a bed and concentrate on relaxing your body section by section, starting with your toes and working up to your head. As you pay attention to each body part, let it fall asleep into utter immovable relaxation. When you do this, your physical body can fall asleep while your mind stays awake. You can experiment with the feeling of floating up and up. Okay, I'm not gonna go, ooh, that's true. I heard that. Okay, I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. Okay. The lucid living message of this card. The shadow side of this card is disassociation and disconnection from your body. Do you want to flee out of your body when challenged? Is it a natural response when facing a threat in your life to go up and out? Now is a moment when you are called to learn grounding techniques and work with a therapist or trusted healer to mend the past so that you have more integrated reactions to difficult situations. Okay. We're going to pull some cards. I don't want to say anything, but something did just pop up into my head. I mean, I guess I could say something and then the cards will probably just confirm it, but you went through something. You went through, like, there's situations that trigger you, PTSD, things that really, like, set you off. And it's because of an experience you have. It's a belief that you have. It's also could be something that you carried in from a past life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it came from. It just matters that you have it and that it's not serving you and that we are going to work on getting it up and out of you. Okay. Good afternoon. Somebody's waiting for a reply from you. So you've been practicing and working on techniques. You've been doing something to get you back into your body. And if not, it's vice versa. You've been learning to do this. But what I'm getting is grounding techniques. I'm going to give an example because it's what I got. I was in court. I have this. It's actually a gift of mine, is to be able to separate myself from my body. So I have to get grounded. I have very little water and very little earth in my chart. So I had beads. I had prayer beads, and I squeezed them so hard that there was no not being in my body. And as I'm giving my testimony, you know, I'm called up to be cross-examined and all this stuff. And I was, you know, the prosecutor was like attacking me, like trying to make me feel bad, shameful, guiltful. And I just squeezed so hard. And it's crazy because not many people can speak out against their families. And I was one of them for a very long time until that moment when, and it was like, this is it. This is it. This is your chance to speak up and say how you feel and how this made you feel. And when I squeezed that bead so hard and it brought me into my body and I knew exactly what I needed to do. I was like, I was scared of my family. That's why I didn't go forward. I was scared. I had no place to go, no place to run. I had a child to think of. And this is just an example. And I am more than happy to share my experience because that is the whole freaking point. I don't have emotional attachment to it anymore. It's not a trigger for me. It is my hero's journey. It is my survival story. My savior story, not survivor. So you were a survivor. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, but I'm gonna work. You've worked harder. You just keep working harder and harder and harder. Okay, let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot. I am on it today. I love it though. I'm down. I'm totally down for this. Okay. So I would get some beads. I would look up grounding techniques. AI, there's going to be something for you. That was just the one that I was given by the counselor that I was guided to. And since it was free, again, those little breadcrumbs, you know, I'm sure there would have been a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm not going to their counseling. They're offering for free. I'm like, I'm going to do anything and everything. I'm like, I'm not leaving any stone unturned. And that is something I see you doing. You did not leave any stone unturned. You're not leaving any stone unturned. Here's the thing, when we learn these techniques, it gives us so much confidence. And this card is talking about leadership and confidence. And when we have these grounding techniques, it reminds us that even when we're put in those really difficult positions where we feel like everybody is coming up against us, nobody believes us, nobody has faith in us, we have belief and faith in ourselves. And that's when we take our power back and we realize this is not right, this is not okay. I am going to stick up for this. I'm not backing down. I'm not settling. You're not going to tell me I did something wrong when I didn't do anything wrong. You want me to take a plea bargain for what? My God. And that isn't even me. I didn't have a plea bargain or anything like that. But they will offer you like a way out in any kind of situation, like a settle. Can you settle for this? No, I'm not settling for that. The fool. Like, you're no fool. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's like, okay, I feel like I need to pull more cards, but it's like, okay, you're going to offer me, what, 7 Pentacles? I have 10, all on my own, and I don't have to deal with you. Unstable, 4 Wands in reverse. I guess we'll do reversals. I mean, if it doesn't resonate, I'll just take the upright. Okay. I am on something today, guys. Like, the frequency, the vibration. I didn't even have coffee. I've cut coffee out of my life. Maybe this is something you're being guided to do just to show that you can. It doesn't have to be forever. Too many, Spirit. All right, let's get 2 more for the situation. Yeah, I see you becoming unstoppable because you're like you're in tune with every aspect of yourself. 5 of Wands came out like this in a challenge position. I guess it's like, no, let's just move on to the challenge. There is something that is actually going to give you a spark back. But it has to do with conflict. It has to do with some kind of tension. Too many. Subconscious. Celebration. Harmony. Like the archetypes within your subconscious are having a party. 1808. 3 cups. 3 cups. No, your conscious mind. 6 of Swords. You're moving away from an old way of thinking, an old way of being. Look at you. Wow. So you got out of the 5 of Swords. Of like beating yourself up and causing mental conflict for yourself. Or this was just an old, you know, you learned something new, which gave you some kind of new perspective. And it's like, wow, I was doing that. And you're consciously moving away from it. In the recent past, 3 of Swords. There was something that it was mentally putting a strain on you. I feel like it was keeping you stuck. I feel like you kept going over something over and over and over again. Her hand right there reminds me of the bead. Like when you're in those types of situations that are just heart-wrenching, like you don't even understand how you got to this point and you're sitting in that situation, but you're learning something to help ground yourself. to make sure you are in your body and you're able to respond, not react, respond in the best possible way. In a way that builds karma positively for you. Your future. Your future. What is our near future? 5 of Swords in reverse and the Emperor. Interesting. I mean, it's obvious. Oh. The divine masculine in you is coming out? The healthy. Oh my God. That's what this 5 of Swords is in reverse, because we were just talking about you transitioning here with the 6 of Swords and a new way of thinking and being. So you had to go through something painful, or you had to remember it and you needed to write it down. Or there was just an energy that I'm hearing randomly, radically came through and you allowed it to come up and out. Which is allowing your divine masculine within you, the healthy, mature divine masculine. Maybe you've been having an issue with momentum. Maybe you've been having a challenge with following the torches of your passion and your desires because there's been a lot of air energy. There's been a lot of up in your head over here with the 5 of Swords in reverse. But you're now realizing your authority and your power. Maybe you had to go over certain circumstances that happened to you in the past to start putting together all this beautiful magic that you've actually been creating. You've been realizing that you've had manifestation powers this entire time, but you didn't have control. You didn't understand your abilities. Wow, this thing is like surrounded with swords. I also see you getting out in nature, which is really benefiting you. And that's helping you get over this 5 of Swords and go into this new cycle. 8 of Pentacles, mastery. Absolutely. You're right there. You are right there at the edge. What is this person's energy? I want their energy. What is a card to represent their energy at this point in time? Please and thank you. Backpacker of Cups. You're so full of love. This is the Knight of Cups. Movement. Joy. Exploration. Feeling, like I said, getting in your body, the feeling, and that's justice, baby. Ah! I'm gonna scream. That is justice for you to love and enjoy this beautiful life that you have been gifted. This new perspective, this new way of thinking is moving you forward into your authority, into whatever it is that you're wanting to develop. Yes, 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 yes. Your environment is the Guide of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. So very witchy, very talking to the animals. Rabbits could be very significant for you. Having a vision quest, maybe? It almost looks like she's on a vision quest. I mean, a lot of these kind of do. That one looks like it's in the desert, though. Yeah, the wind. Look at the wind. Look at all that air energy. It's blowing the tent away, but you're like, I don't even care. It's blowing away an old foundation that it's like you figured out that it wasn't going to work. You figured something out early on, and you're like, I'm just going to let this wind blow. I'm going to process this 3 of Swords. Any stuck energy that is within me, I'm going to lovingly and gracefully let it come out, be shown, be accepted, be validated, because, not validated, but there's a reason for it. There's a reason for its existence within you. Okay, what is the warnings and affirmations? Strength. You have the strength. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And then the Chariot is trying to poke out at the top. You're moving forward in abundance and mastery. There's a abundance of fire energy that is coming to somebody because it's here in your environment. It's here in your challenge. It's now here in your hopes and your affirmations or fears. But I feel like you were built for this. It's like you have resources on the other side that are awaiting to funnel into you. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, possible outcome. What is this possible outcome? So the High Priestess typically comes out also when there is something from childhood. So this grounding might really help you because of all this air energy you're going through to help keep you in your body, as well as yeah, something from the past. Eight of Swords there in reverse. Something that was hidden from the past is now unblocked. And that's why you're able to process. That's why this Three of Swords came in here recently in the past. That's past energy. So there is something that came up that you needed to know about, that you needed to process in order to move forward, to come out of this Five of Swords energy and transition into a new way of thinking, a new way of focusing your energy. So you could step into this Emperor energy, your divine masculine, a healthy, mature, healed divine masculine, not one that's been shamed and guilt and so on and so forth. I want something more with this. What else with this High Priestess? Groundedness. This is the card for me about groundedness. Mind, body, soul, spirit. Four of Pentacles. This is material, physical security to where you feel like you can go explore the unknown. That's what I see. And you're going to be able to create. You're going to be able to create and have your, it's like you know yourself so well and your internal compass. It's almost like you are like, I don't even care about the videos anymore. Like watching tarot readings, watching documentaries and blah, 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 blah. If it doesn't resonate, it's like you are so tapped into your body with this grounding, with all these techniques, everything you've been learning. Be proud of yourself. Not many people choose this path because this is not some easy stuff to do. To get to this point, to go through that, make it out, then heal it, and then create dreams all over again. Do you realize how much time and how much difficulty that is? It's so much easier said than done. And now you trust your own compass. Now you trust yourself unbelievably. Oh yeah, and then the queen, the guide of swords, you like, no thank you. You're not afraid to show your sword. Excalibur in the upright. And that's just it. Like, I'm sure there's people that have taken the cross and put it upside down and used it for negative reasons. But in the spiritual, on a soul level, when you're in these higher dimensions and you realize that they took something so sacred, and if you want to use blasphemy, that's a blasphemy. Because when you take your sword of truth and you become empowered and you know the truth, it actually, you're taking the sword up and pointing it, which looks like an upside down cross, right? It's crazy. But for me, I know it's true because God, it was a soul thing. It wasn't like, oh, where did you see that at? No, honey. This is in higher dimensions. This is on a soul level. Okay? Okay. Oh, God, your energy is very intense. I have goosebumps everywhere. I kind of want to close this out because I need to ground myself so I can go eat. I just spent like the whole day grocery shopping, so not like you need to know that, but whatever. Okay, this is Guides of the Hidden Realms Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. She's done a lot of other decks too. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. What have we been saying? What have we been saying? Number 40. Mentorship. You're getting mentorship in your dreams or your astral or whatever your practices you're doing, even if you don't know it consciously. Fulfillment, peace of mind, self-care. Guys, I love you so freaking much right now. And those look like the 3 little ghosts. Okay, so there's 3 little birds. Or maybe that song by Bob Marley is significant. 3 birds. Or the birds. Am I doing that wrong? Drop it in the comments if you know. Help me out. Okay. Key concepts: having fun, wisdom to share with others, how far you've come, mentorship, fulfillment, peace of mind, knowing your limits, need for better self-care. I do see that you are starting to step up your self-care, and maybe you weren't in the past, and that's okay because you are going through a lot of air energy, and when we're in our heads and we're not in our bodies, it can cause a blockage to take care of ourselves. It's time to remember how to play and have some fun. Your life is an ever unfolding adventure, not something you're meant to control and plan and nitpick. When you wake up each morning, say to the divine, surprise me, and mean it. Sometimes the task at hand calls for you to become a blank page and ask Spirit to write your story. The way you live your life is the love story you get back. Wait, the way you live your life is the love story you give back. Interesting. You have come so far and gained so much wisdom. Now is the time to step into your life with curiosity. Recognize all you've integrated, your healed pain, the challenges you've overcome, the lessons finally learned, the love you've nurtured, the loves you've lost, and all your hard-won achievements. You are now in a position to truly help others who need it. You can genuinely celebrate the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise within you. So congratulations. Also, the green and the purple is really significant to me in this card. Maybe a little bit of yellow, so solar plexus, crown, and the heart. Getting in our heart space is really beneficial, and I am seeing a lot of green here. Even starting off the card with the Fool, taking that leap of faith, going after that. It's just a new chapter. This is something completely new for the viewer. Whoever you are, you're going through something completely new. Okay. I love you. The universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time, guys. Peace.